Nobu-san, welcome to Are We On Air?
Oh, thank you.
What a pleasure to have you on the show.
Oh, thank you so much.
We're here at the beautiful Belvedere Hotel in Mykonos.
It is.
We're nice and in the sun, but we're here to celebrate something very special.
Yeah, amazing. So the 20 years. Still, I remember the 20 years ago that I opened here. The palm trees are a little. Now it's 4 times more bigger than.
Yeah.
And also, restaurant always upgrade, much more beautiful. All the last 20 years, I come almost every year.
Yeah.
All the customers say, one time come, next summer see each other. It's great. It's a feel like back home.
Yeah.
Especially this restaurant, so first in Europe, Matsuhisa.
The first Matsuhisa in Europe.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Feel like back home.
Because the first one was, of course, in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Another home of ours. Like you mentioned the palm tree that was like a
Yeah.
seedling when you started. It's like seeing your child grow up here, basically. Yeah.
Exactly. Palm tree and also the hibiscus, the flowers, plant. Like a kid, it's growing. Every year it's come to big one, but of course they do the maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
But I think beautiful more than more and more settle. Used to be the no windows, but sometimes so June, July, so strong wind. So beginning it's no protect the wind.
Which
So
is
then
open space.
so create the grass. So always that's was upgrade this hotel.
Yeah.
These locations is very great.
And in terms of the food experience within those 20 years, just the way the plants were growing, how did the menu or the food experience change in that time period?
It's my philosophy. It's like always, food not just like fashions. Even the music, architect and the paints, everything like young generation peoples to try to do new fashions. But even the food, my signature dish never change. But I use local product as much possible for my cooking. Chefs buy the local fish, local vegetable. Then I come here and create a new dish. It's just like a fashions, very similar. And I know the fashion business to, the Chris.
Yes. Mykonos Sushi Club.
And I work with the Giorgio Armani's, or sometimes we talked about philosophy. Cooking and the fashion are so same.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe music was the same too.
Yeah, I mean, the foundations, it has to be there, of course, and there's certain elements that are traditional and they stay, but you go with the time, like you adapt to the zeitgeist. But what was it like, especially with Japanese cuisine, which is so traditional? Did you had a lot of negative feedback when you start to play around with different ingredients, especially with the Peruvian backstory, because it's usually so straightforward and traditional that the hardcore fans were maybe not so pleased about it? Or what was that like? How much can you push the boundaries, basically?
Well, it's Japanese cooking very simple also, the clean. This is key because simple food taste doesn't much complicate, so people can eat almost every day, But the heavy food, complicated food, cannot eat every day.
Yeah.
So it means that's why always I'm looking for my food, my concept means good qualities, cook simple and clean. Then always looking for more detail. So example, since opened this restaurant 20 years ago, not much Japanese restaurant around. People wants to come eat the sashimi or sushi, only come here.
Mm-hmm.
So now, after 20 years, look at this. All the beach restaurant in the Mykonos, they have sushi menu, sashimi. Even Italian restaurant serve, French restaurant, also the serving the menu the sashimi, carpaccios, raw fish, raw shrimps.
Yeah.
So it means, we start to introduce the sushi or sashimi and how to eat raw fish, inspired all over the world. So it means I'm so much proud of myself because, people knows how to eat Japanese food. Then they knows quality. So it means understand more, especially young people start eating, trying to do somewhat different. Again, 20 years ago, nobody cannot eat uni, seiuchi. Now young people love seiuchi.
Yeah.
Even the Mykonos cannot find any seiuchi. Now fishermen catch, put in the jar, we use a local seiuchi.
Yeah, fantastic.
Amazing. So let's blow people understand know how to eat
It
Japanese
just
food.
shows you how a taste changed with time.
Yeah.
It just adapts. One way to describe and to kind of follow your life is through your soundtrack, your live soundtrack, and that's what we're here to ask for. And why don't we start with what's the earliest significant musical memory that shaped you as an artist?
You know, I was young. I never listened to Western music. And my first memory, I was a kid. I was 16 or 17 years, like a high school kids. I was studying in the midnight in my rooms. So a little bit tired to study, then off. So switch on the radio. You know, it's song from, Animals.
Yeah, the animals.
It's a title. It's called Rising Sun, something. You know, I was amazing. So something, I was kind of a little shocked. And because before this song, and only listening to Japanese song.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans.
So after this, like Beatles, some Western rock and roll, Mick Jagger or Rolling Stones, Elvis Presley or Beatles, then little by little, so start from this song, and I started listening to the Western music.
What kind of Japanese music were you listening back then, though, before you discovered Western music?
Well, it's very classic. Japanese song.
Yeah, a little bit, yes. Tomorrow I'll be playing Japanese only here.
Yeah, like a pop music,
Yeah.
and
I'd love to discover more.
yeah, my generations, it's called a Tree Guy, Hashiyukio.
星より密かに雨より優しくあの子はいつも歌ってる声が聞こえる寂しい胸に涙に濡れたこの胸に言っているお待ちなさいないつでも夢をいつでも夢を星より密かに雨より優しく
三田明
強く抱いてるこの手を抜けて消えていきそうな君だから君だから君だから
船木和夫。So,
残り少ない日数を胸に夢が羽ばたく遠い空
means like idol.
Yeah.
All the men, but I liked some men's singers,
Yeah.
but a lot of girls idol too, but always I was listening to these three guys.
I love it. What was it like you just mentioned, like the Animals and Mick
Animals.
Jagger and so forth? Years later, when you start to do your restaurants, they of course came to visit you. As when you became friends with some of them. What's that feeling like? It must be so surreal.
Maybe, I don't know, can I say about this? Okay, so Rolling Stone, the Mick Jagger's. So I was in London.
Yeah.
Because I have a restaurant in London, NOBU London. So Mick came to. No. I was there. Went to somebody's house. So some private party. So he was there. Then we know, hi, Nobu, how are you? No, he said, I love your restaurant. Oh, thank you, Mick. But what? So expensive. Rolling Stone, Mick Jagger, the shame on you, how much you make you money?
If someone can afford it, it's you.
Yeah, but also he come to my first restaurant, the Beverly Hills. Still, we can see sometime my restaurant.
I was about to say, the first time I saw him was at Matsuhisa in Los Angeles. So he's still there, yeah. Do you have a favorite Rolling Stone song?
Well, I don't know the music, but one time we have a restaurant in Las Vegas, in the Hard Rock used to. They have the small concert room, like 150 people. So Rolling Stones play only like a VIP guest. I was there. Amazing, because Rolling Stone, only 150 people audience. Yeah, so much energy.
Wow.
Also, so like a kind of my generation too,
Yeah.
But it's so powerful. That's why
Still, yeah.
I understand why the Rolling Stone became famous, because heart. They're singing with a heart, a lot of energy, passions. So passion makes a success, even the music.
Which is also the way you approach your career, is through passion. And reading a lot of interviews of yours, it's usually the key ingredient, more than the technical skill, so to say.
Only one key ingredient, heart. Always I say the music, even photographer, architect, it's everyone doing famous or success people. I have so many time to meet this kind of people. I feel, it's they have, of course, as a genius, some like a different mentality, but always big heart. So people's success key means heart for me.
Yeah, I think that's the main ingredient, right? That's also how to differentiate yourself to others. One thing I'm very curious about is how you differentiate NOBU, the restaurant NOBU, and the restaurant Matsuhisa. What's the main difference? And also, how would you describe it each with a different song that would describe? I don't know, very difficult, but...
Matsuhisa is my surnames. NOBU is my first name. So also Matsuhisa's first restaurant, 1987, Beverly Hills. The New York is 1994. So it means always Matsuhisa is my starting line too. So this is Matsuhisa Mykonos. 20 years. So even the last of 20 years, I have lots of memory here. Even I have a memory in the New York also.
Yeah.
That my Deliro's my partner. Still we are good friends, good partners. Also, NOBU is a big success. Very difficult to say because both is my restaurant, but the different partner, different locations.
Different menus?
No, menu is concept the same.
Okay.
All my signature dish, then local product, so create a new dishes in local.
And adapt to the local markets and tastes. And which song would you give to Matsuhisa and which song would define NOBU?
The Frank Sinatra?
Yes.
Of course I would. Who? No, younger people doesn't know.
Everybody knows Sinatra.
Look at this. Ask the 20 years old. Do you know Frank Sinatra? Most people say no.
Oh, we don't talk to 20-year-olds who don't know.
Like a time wing. It's like, just like the Mykonos. I was like busy. It's always working hard. Then sometimes, stay alone. Nothing to do. Then just, easy to listen to the music. That time it's like a record, not CD. Even, the record
record player itself,
was
yeah.
stayed from the speakers of the front. It's nice and the nice voice. Also, Mr. Sinatra is like my generation, even older than me.
Yeah.
It's always listening to this, so I feel comfortable.
Of course. Yeah, sometimes I listen to Sinatra just to kind of take me out from my reality or my day to day, because it really transports you to another era and world, really, and feeling.
Yeah, music sometimes change mind too. Sometimes it's a headache, stress, but how can I do? I don't wanna. I'm not alcoholic, right?
Yeah.
Not much, no smoking.
Yeah.
So it means best way to make relax myself. So listening to music.
It's the best way.
The music she moves to is music that makes me a dancer. I brought her my wildest of dreams and she came up with the answer. I leave behind a part of myself whenever I leave her. But oh, when I'm back in her arms, she smiles and then I am home again. 'Cause LA's my lady, she's always there for me. LA's my lady, she knows how to care for me. No lady sweeter, you know it the moment you meet her.
You must have met Sinatra over the years, no? Did you ever come to Matsuhisa?
No, I never see him.
Really? Interesting. I would have thought. What's your take on music in restaurants? There are two schools of thought. One is, yes, it adds to the ambience, to the experience, and no, it takes away the attention on the food.
Okay, in the restaurant, my best background music is people talking,
Yeah.
laughing, smiling. This is my best background music.
Yes.
But the restaurant beginning is a very mellow, slow. Slow means not everyone comes same time. So this moment, there's something that wake up the music. So some mellow, not slow, but not too quiet. This kind, I don't know music name, but I like something people come, quiet. I like this kind of music. The background is, I like to.
Yeah, I always say the music or the sound should be like a shadow. It follows
exactly,
the energy
exactly,
of the space.
Exactly. And then bring that energy.
Exactly. Or cut the awkward silence, But when it gets busy throughout the service, the noise of the people chatting, the bartender shaking a cocktail, the kitchen,
sounds.
that's the soundtrack of the
sound,
restaurant. You don't need to add on. And in a lot of US or American restaurants, it's blasting music everywhere. Like, sometimes you don't need that.
Yeah.
But interesting.
I don't want to crowd in the restaurant,
Yeah.
So the best sounds, talking, laughing. It's the best.
It's the best sound, which in all of your restaurants, of course, is happening every day. What's for you when you go to a restaurant in general?
Yeah.
What are the key points that you think make a really good restaurant? Is it the food? Is it the service? Is it the interior, the sound, lighting? What makes a really good restaurant in your opinion?
I am chef. Also, I know how to serve. So restaurant have to be combination, good food, good service. So even the service, I don't want too much service, but the food have to be great. And also, maybe I mentioned I don't want to complicate so many ingredients same time. I like to keep the clean and the simple. This is I like this kind of food. Then sit down, timing. So example, the very fancy restaurant, the water. So that one still has a lot of water. So
come and fill it.
Immediately.
Yeah.
This is maybe they try to do service, but for me it's too much.
I agree, especially in America. You have one sip and it's already filled up.
I think America is very professional service.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I live in America.
me too.
My home is in Los Angeles. But good food, good service, always the timing, and also not to stay around. Always. So even the far away. So something, looking for like this, immediately come. Means good service.
Yeah.
This is my best restaurant.
Yeah. I agree. It's the nuances. It's a fine line between overdoing it or not doing too much, right?
Yeah, also, I can do one more additional about good food.
Yeah.
Chefs has a lot of long experience, can do easy to the cook. So slice, cooked, and presentation looks beautiful. But again, without the heart, just like the show to the beautiful plate, I cannot feel heart. That's why, the mother cook for the kids. Kids always memory the mother's food. You know why? Because mother cooked always with heart to the kids. So even the chef also same. I cook, I do something, always thinking about stay another side, customer side. How they want, what do they like, what type of timing, and portions and palette. So everything like that's why I like to ask the guests before I cook what they want, what do you want, what do you don't like it, what do you feel, It's like this kind of conversations. Then try to as much possible what customer looking for the food. Then I start cooking. Sure, almost 100% people happy to finish it.
And which is the greatest compliment ever, right? What do you cook for you when you're just with your family at home? Do you still cook at home, or you have somebody else do it, or you constantly eat on your tours that you're like, you know what, I just want a sandwich or souvlaki, as we say in Greece?
So my daughter already graduated from the parents. They got married. Only me and my wife to stay home. So, but I'm traveling. So
A lot. I see your Instagram stories. You're non-stop somewhere.
Almost like 10 months here.
Wow.
I'm not to stay home. But if I stay home, sometimes I cook. Sometimes my wife cook. Also, we have a restaurant in Los Angeles. So
Matsuhisa.
Yeah, I go there.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Last couple of years with the pandemic, can't go to anywhere. Have to be stay home. Every meal, so we have to cook. Then sometimes I make the sushi. Then I deliver it to the friend's house. They're so much happy. Wow. But still, I enjoy to cooking to my home.
Yeah.
But my wife's a very good chef. But the joke.
She's the better chef, right?
No, kind of in this question, my answer the joke. Oh, I never cook my home because I have the private chefs. Then laughing, no, she's my wife.
I love that. Shout out to your wife. We just mentioned Casino.
Oh, okay.
We gotta repeat that story. I love that story. I didn't know. So you were in the movie Casino with your friend Bob.
Yeah.
Tell us the story.
Well, it's casinos start almost the same time as NOBU New York Open, 1994. Bob's office called me, Nobu, you should go to the casting director to see her. Hey, Bob, it's like I'm busy because I have opened a restaurant. But anyway, so you should go there. Oh, okay, went to there. So, casting directors, Ellen Lewis, she's very famous. And I went to the office, and she asked me to explain to the movie Casinos, Bob De Niro, Marty Scorsese for the directors, Sharon Stone, Joe Pesci, Don Ricos. Then you have some Japanese characters. Okay, sounds great, but how much I'm busy? This day I can do, but this day I cannot do. So I explained all my schedule. So she was laughing, but so same time, so cameras, the filming to by my reaction scene. So then finished the casting directors, then back to the restaurant. So immediately, hey, Bob's office called me. No, congratulations, you're in the movie now. Oh my gosh.
Time.
This is the story to start the movie. Still, I remember. So when started shooting the Vegas, I got that trainer, and Bob to knock to me to my door, and so he bring the champagne, the small card. Don't worry about. I'm next to you. I was so, and I feel big to his heart because he's a professional movie, but I never do this guy. Yeah. But he was watching to me. I appreciate him. Then I did it finally. But also funny story between the shooting and first time the big movie, right? A lot of movie people come to my restaurant. Oh, I do in the casinos, the shooting, and the trainers. Trainers? You have the trainers? No, everyone has a trainer. Right? No. Yes, nobody can get the trainers about, But so Bob arranged for this trainer. Again, I appreciate you.
I was in Matsuhisa, Nobu's restaurant in L.A. Roland Jaffe, the English director, took me there one night. And after being there like a half an hour of that, I told him, if he ever wants to open a restaurant in New York, let me know. And that's how it all started, really.
Then he gave to me the chance and also involved the mayor. And we had the good teams. And first my New York restaurant, huge success. I'm a chef. I think about how makes guests happy. So it means best product, good food, good service. I like the people working with my restaurant. I want to be happy to everyone. Happy makes more bigger.
When Nobu said, I'm ready now to do New York, Bob asked me if I would like to invest. And I said, sure. Nobu's first restaurant was called Matsuhisa, which is his last name, in Los Angeles. And I said, why don't we call the restaurant in New York also Matsuhisa, because it's already has a name. It has, and Bob said, we just call it Nobu. It's much easier.
Nobuyaki is his full name. I said, let's call Nobu. It's simple.
Years later, we opened another store, opened up as an addition to the restaurant, and we didn't know how to call it. And we said, how are we going to call this restaurant next door? And Bob said, why don't we call it Nobu Next Door? Then we thought about doing another one around the corner. We were going to call it Nobu Around the Corner.
You probably have a gazillion stories like that. I mean, what a career, what a life. Was there like a moment from all your celebrity friends being in Hollywood that you will cherish for the rest of your life? Like, that happened in your restaurant or?
Still the good customers. I appreciate they trust our food. Mm-hmm. A lot of Hollywood people, it's very sensitive to eat. Mm. But they still keep coming because maybe our restaurant is comfortable and also they trust qualities. Mm-hmm. That's why still a lot of people keep coming to my restaurant. I appreciate that.
I'm one of those customers. Another beautiful quality is this beautiful, delicious tequila that we had yesterday.
Yeah,
your Nobu Reserve in 2008. Okay.
Yeah, this is the extra anejos. I traveling all over the world because I need to communicate with my team. So end of the night, all the key persons, managers, chefs, or people around me, hey, let's try the tequila shop because after a couple of tequila shots, people start more easy to talk. Yes. I like to talk open heart. Yeah. So myself, I like to do tequila. And one day, so my corporate bar managers talking about, so I mentioned to him, I want to do like a own Nobu tequila. Yeah. So then, I tried a couple different tequila. So many different tequila I did it. Mm. But meet this guy is called the key. Key, yeah. Yeah. First time to see the key. Key means what? Tequila means T-E-Q-U-I-L-L, right? Mm-hmm. So take the T-E, the first two. So last to L-A, take it. Key means just like a middle. So it means agave the tree. Just don't use part outside. Just key. It means pure. So it means quality. So quality means same philosophy with me. And see the person, then very passionable. I like business, not only money. If we do together, I want to feel his heart. Like a married, like a love each other. Mm-hmm. So, and that's why, then I tasted this. This one, the extra anejos, 12 years old. So it means it's like now it's no choice, only one. Then we started talking. So very easy to go to the next step. So finally, Nobu tequilas came up in the United States, and also now it's started Europe too. Yeah. And but still not the business. Because good stuff, people like it, automatically still repeat, drink again. So it means still, business or the money or the happiness automatically follow. So this is my philosophy.
Because you have repeating clients. I think that's the goal. So you're doing a little house party just for you, your friends and family, and you're DJing. You have one shot of Nobu tequila. What song do you play? You have 5 shots. What song do you play?
Well, it's used to, I lived Peru and Argentina and South America. Used to never speak the Spanish. I study. Then when I study for the Spanish, I like to listen to a Spanish song. Kind of like, the Besame Muchos.
Yeah.
It's most sexy and the most popular and the easy to
learn and remember.
The Japanese accent and the Spanish accent almost cross each other sometimes. Then I learned how to sing in the Besame Mucho. And this is still I love it, this song.
That's the track we're gonna play then. Mine, I'm gonna start for
Hey man.
time.
Como si fuera esta noche.
Oh, you have more than me. No. Oh, sorry, I said. Sorry.
Bésame mucho.
You like it?
This, I love it.
That's why I was like, we have to bring a bottle out. Put it in.
Yeah, you should buy it. And then put it in my pocket and leave.
Quiero tenerte muy cerca, mirarme en tus ojos, estar junto a ti. Piensa que tal vez mañana estaré muy lejos de aquí. Bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez.
Talk my Besame Mucho. What's your go-to falling in love or heartbreak song?
Okay, I'm married. First time I met her, I was young, 23 or 24.
Wow. Okay.
Immediately, I love her. Means fall in love. So why? Because maybe my sixth sense or maybe my feeling. So even, I like to talk with you because it's very comfortable to talk to you. Means this feeling. This is very important to business, love each other's, then trust each other's. I never play game the business because business is most important. So straight, don't play game.
Yeah.
If I like somebody, always I trust more. So I trust more, they also trust me. So this is most easy, comfortable, easy business. No lie, straight.
Just like your food.
Maybe just like music too, because, singer song with a heart. Chef cook with a heart. So the audience or the customer understand my heart. So this is most big the key point. Very difficult explain to what heart means, but heart is heart.
You feel it. It's a visceral experience. Well, when you had 5 of those and you're feeling super sexy, what's the sexiest song?
What sexy is? Sexy or nasty? Well, not no, sexy means, I think, humble.
Humble?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And because that doesn't say too much. Always, real heart, I like to keep my, I don't want to say too much. It means something mysterious. Mysterious means something sexy.
Wow, I like that. Mysterious means something sexy. There you go, that's the first. So which song should we play then? What's the mysterious, sexy song?
But I like sometimes, so friend of mine, name is Kenny G. I love his music too. Kenny so play the saxophone. It's so much hot too. I went to his concert maybe 4 or 5 times. Normally, so play at the stage is just a stage play. But sometimes he comes on the audience side, So I was watching for the audience. So some audience that he play, so next to her, that she was crying too. So cry means emotional. Emotional means what? Heart, right? So I like the Kenny G, his music.
We'll play some Kenny G then. Well, to wrap up our little chat, if your life would be a movie, what song would play in the end credits? The NOBU Netflix documentary, what's gonna play in the end credits?
Yeah, because my end means like my first, like animals. This music very inspired me to like a Western music. Still, I remembered all the music, song, and the melodies, and like I feel hot, then. So first music, it means my end of the life. I want to hear this music.
Beautiful. Well, thank you very much.
No,
It
thank
was
you.
fun to be on air with us.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you for tuning in this week. If you want to listen to the full playlist, visit areonair.com or our Spotify channel. You can also find us on Instagram and on YouTube at areonair. And a big thank you to my wonderful team at Studio Noi. I'm Arman Nafei, and I'll speak to you soon.